Hello once again and welcome to my channel. In this video, the rules / tips to note in identifying the stress syllable of words will be highlighted to enable you identify the primary stress in words in examinations. And for examination purposes, the main or primary stress is indicated by writing the syllable on which it occurs in capital letters. The syllables on which they occur are written in capital letters for better understanding. These rules are considered as general rules and they work most of the time, though there are some exceptions. And in such cases, you learn pronunciation of words on an individual basis to be able to understand better. Rule 1. For Rule 1, nouns and adjectives are usually stressed on the first syllable. Nouns and adjectives are usually stressed on the first syllable. And also note that the primary stress is that sound that sticks out the most when the word is pronounced. That sound, that syllable that sticks out the most. Words have 1, 2, 3 or more syllables. But that syllable that sticks out the most, that when you pronounce that word is loudest, is what is referred to as the primary stress. And that is why they are represented in capital letters. Like for this Rule 1, where you have nouns and adjectives that are usually stressed on the first syllable, we have 2 examples each of nouns and adjectives. And you realize that the stressed syllables are written in capital letter and they are the first syllable of the words. E.g. for the nouns we have pencil, pencil, table, table. And for the adjectives we have tasty, tasty, clever, clever. That is for Rule 1. And then for Rule 2, 2-syllabic verbs and prepositions are usually stressed on the second syllable. When you say 2-syllabic verbs and prepositions, that is those verbs and prepositions that have 2 syllables. They have 2 syllables. They are usually stressed on the second syllable. Like I said before, those stressed syllables are written in capital letters. The examples we have here are for verbs. We have present, present, perform, perform. And for the prepositions we have except, except. And the next one is between, between. You can see that those syllables in capital letters are stressed. So that is for Rule 1 and Rule 2. So for Rule 2, if it is a verb, it is that word referring to an action or an event or state of being. And if it's a preposition, is that word that comes before a noun, a pronoun, or the ing form of a verb. The ing form of a verb, and it shares its relation to another word. So those ones, they have the stress on the second syllable. Their stress is usually on the second syllable for the Rule 2. Now for Rule 3, we have words that are both nouns and verbs. Some words act as both nouns and verbs. And so if such words act as nouns, you stress the first syllable. If those words act as nouns, you stress the first syllable. For example, we have present, present. You can see that the stressed syllable is the first syllable because it's written in capital letters. And present is a gift. And if that word acts as a verb, you stress the second syllable. I've used the same word, but the pronunciation where the stress falls will determine whether it's a verb or a noun. Like I said before, as a noun, the stress is on the first syllable. Present, a gift. Then as a verb, the stress is on the second syllable. Present, give something formally. Present, that is to give something formally. That is rule 3 of the word stress. Now for rule 4, we have 3 syllable words ending in suffix er and suffix ly. If you have 3 syllable words ending in suffix er, when they say suffix, suffixes are letters you add to root words or word endings. They are referred to as word endings. You add them to root words. They are word endings. So if you have 3 syllable words ending in suffix er and ly, they're usually stressed on the first syllable. They're usually stressed on the first syllable. For example, we have 2 words there now. Manager. 3 syllables. Manager. Orderly. These are 2 words that have 3 syllables. And they end in suffix er and suffix li. So if you have 3 syllable words ending in suffix er and ly, they are stressed on the first syllable. So that's why we have the stress on manager, orderly, manager, orderly. Rule 5. For rule 5, we have words ending in suffix ic, suffix sion, suffix tion. Usually have their stress on the second syllable from the end of the word. Words ending in suffix ic, sion, tion usually have their stress on the second syllable from the end of the word. Those words that end in suffix ic, tion, sion, they have their stress on the second syllable from the end of the word. Now we have 2 examples there. Photographic, and we have 3 examples: photographic, commission, and rejection. Now, those words are the first word there has 4 syllables. Photographic, photographic. Of course, the primary stress is on gra, because that's the loudest when you pronounce the word photographic. And then the next one is commission. Commission. The stress is on the me. That's where you have the loudest sound. And then the other one is rejection. Rejection. And the rule for this is when you have words that end in suffix ic, sion, or tion, usually have their stress on the second syllable from the end of the word. So if you look at photographic, you realize that we are counting from the back. So the last syllable is fic, and then we have gra. So second syllable from the back of the word, from the end of the word. Same goes for commission and the third one, which is rejection. So if you count from the back of the word, it is the second syllable from the end of that word. And then we have the next one, which is rule 6. For rule 6, words ending in suffix cy, suffix ty, phy, gy, al, again cy, ending in ty, phy, gy, al. They are often stressed on the third syllable from the end of the word. They are often stressed on the third syllable from the end of the word. From the end, just like we did for rule 5, where we counted from the end of the word, second syllable. This one, they are stressed on the third syllable from the end of the word. Now look at the examples we have in green marker. Democracy. Democracy. You can see that the stressed syllable is mo. Commodity. Commodity. The stressed syllable there is mo. Logical. Logical. The stressed syllable is law. Photography. Photography. The stressed syllable there is to. Clarity. Clarity. The stressed syllable there is cla. Psychology. Psychology. The stressed syllable there is co. You realize that some of these words here are 3 syllables, others are 4 syllables. And so the rule says when they end in suffix ty, phy, gy, and al, they are often stressed on the third syllable from the end of the word. So for democracy, if we count, cy is the first syllable from the back, cra is the second syllable, while the mo is the third syllable from the back. And so it is the third syllable that is stressed from the back end of the word. Same thing goes for commodity. 1, 2, 3, t, d, and mo. For logical, it has 3 syllables. And so that's why the stress is on the first syllable, the low, because if you count from the back of the word, law is the one that is the third syllable from the end of the word. We have photography, same thing, 1, 2, and the toe is the third syllable from the end of the word. Clarity, 1, 2, cla is the first syllable from the third syllable from the end of the word. Psychology, co is the last syllable, third syllable from the end of the word. Now, rule 7. Stress the first syllable from the end of words with suffix ade. That's where the root word ends in ade. No, the root word has the suffix ade, ee, eer, ese,ette, que, oon. Stress the first syllable from the end of words with suffix ade, ee, eer, ese,ette, que, oon. That means those words that end with all those suffixes. When you have those words that end with such suffixes, you are going to stress the first syllable from the end of such words. For example, we have agree. Agree. In that first word, the first syllable there is the sure sound. It is usually silent. Agree. You can see that the stress is on the second syllable, which is gree. And then we have the other word, engineer. Engineer. The stress syllable there is near. The next one is decade. 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 And the other one we have is lagoon. Lagoon. So you can see that all the words, the 4 words that are there, have their stress, their stress on the first syllable from the end of the word. first stressed syllable from the end of the word. First syllable from the end of the words. That is the rule 7. So you stress the first syllable from the end of words with suffix ade, ee, eer, ese,ette, que, oon. You stress the first syllable from the end of words that end in such suffixes. Like I said at the beginning of this video, we have rules, but these rules have exceptions. So you have to note that these rules are considered as general rules. They work most of the time, but there are still some exceptions. And as students, you have to learn pronunciation of such words on an individual basis. But most times these rules work. But where you have the exceptions, you learn pronunciation of words on an individual basis. So you use these rules as guides. These rules will help you answer questions in section 4 of your test of orals. Master them. There are things you have to learn. Learn them and know where each rule is going to play an important role in your answering the questions. That done, I'll see you in my next video where I'll be treating how to answer questions in section 4 of your test of orals, where you are given options to choose the one word that has the correct stress in giving options. Like and share this video. If you have not subscribed, subscribe and let us know your comments in the comment section. See you in my next video. Thanks and God bless.